Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Legends of Arcadia Genesis. It has been a hot minute. I'm glad that everyone could make it. Looks like we'll be doing our last one of these today for the, I don't know, whatever we call this, iteration. So excited to make that happen. I did promise to make it a little bit shorter, so there might be some time for some Q's and A's at the end. We had a little bit of Halloween talk before the stream started. So rather than asking you how you've all been, does anybody have the balls to give me a nice recap of the last session? No. Very nice.
Hold on.
I remember the second half.
I remember getting to town.
Yeah, I remember from getting to town.
Town was pretty shitty. Like, people were refugees and dying, and housing was scarce, and things had gone to
Linda
shit in
was
our
gone.
absence. Yeah.
We found out that what's his name, the knight, right? The local hero was missing as well, and somehow involved in what had happened. And
Drexel.
Drexel. So we headed out back to the west, right, to try and find out where you guys fought the cultists last time. And along the way, we found a couple of men who were tied to stakes and being left to die. And they were infected with some strange, otherworldly, fleshy mass. And we tried to free them and put them out of their suffering, but it took too long. And one of them turned into a gibbering mouther, which we only just about killed.
Yes. Have we all just like forgotten?
No, I can remember, but
session?
yeah, I was unconscious for half of the session, but it's the part I remember. So,
but the whole reason we went back to town is Faye got a message in the form of a wren from her mother, telling us that we were needed urgently.
That was it. Yeah.
yes,
Back in Steepwater.
Exactly. And when we were backtracking, Ren decided to investigate a clearing because some large body had been dragged like away through the forest, and we went to the forest clearing, and a giant winged serpent had been like laying there and was infested by mushroom folk. I can't remember what they were called, but they were
Red caps.
Yeah, very, very nasty red caps, and Ren got knocked out by them, and then there ensued about 30 minutes of discussion what to do with her body, and then we backtracked back to town. I think
sled technology and.
All right, and if you need a better recap than that,
her home.
Just watch the episode again. That's
it's on YouTube finally. All right, well, for braving the vast horror. Oh yes,
one more detail: the cultists were the bodies that were strung up by the cultists were the druids from earlier in the series.
Very correct.
That we met earlier. And I failed saving them, unfortunately.
There we go.
And I tried my best.
And as a reward for a team recap, we all get leveled up.
As a reward for the braving the horrors of the team recap, not Neal, sorry, you didn't participate. Ryan, Nick, and Faye, please roll me a d20.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, wow.
Jeez,
I was joking about the rewards.
Nice.
I think we all leveled up.
Oh, take that.
Sorry, I rolled. Oh, my God.
One more time, Nick. One for the
I can't
books.
beat this. 20? No.
All right. So,
my dice is broken. It's missing a 0.
At one point during the session, you may replace any die roll that you wish with the one you have just rolled.
Ooh. Does it have to be my die roll?
Any die roll you wish with one you have just rolled.
Sweet. This
is your power for the recap.
Nice. Okay.
Excellent. I would like to roll for hotness, Greg.
All right, Nick. So go ahead and roll me 3d6.
Ryan, switch it quickly.
Fuck off. No, it's just a joke. I'm keeping it.
All right. So the brave heroes find themselves on a plain just outside of Steepwater, about a day's journey, where they have found the dead bodies ritually sacrificed to some kind of culty manner of the druids. They braved the bodies and fought off a horrifying creature. As night came to an end, they rested up with unicorn horn in hand and are continuing on towards the Skull Cave to the west of Steepwater. So tell me, brave adventurers, after you have picked yourselves back up from a difficult fight. What do you do in the morning?
Well, I was mortally wounded, right? My character sheet says I'm on 2 HP.
You took
heal
quite
me?
a beating, yes.
Yeah, I got knocked unconscious, but I mean, no one at least could do with a day or two to rest so we can get some clerical healing.
Yeah, we're all pretty battered.
Yeah.
We could slowly actually make our way. Well, we're only like
Yeah, how far are we out? A day or so?
You
about
will
that.
remember from your previous trip that it only took you about 2 days trek to get there. You spent most of your day traveling in the previous, so you're probably less than a day's travel.
Yeah, so
That's-
I mean, I suggest maybe we take another day, rest at camp, get some heals. I don't think we should go into the fight less than full HP.
No, we could go another 10 miles or so west and camp just our side of that river. I think that should be safe.
Yeah, okay,
And
that works.
take a slow day of it. And
Is it in this
rest
little
and
triangle of hexes here?
it's where I drew the beautiful skull,
Okay, right, that's
knowing that we
a
would be back here on Halloween.
I had been wondering what that was.
Not that beautiful.
Yeah.
All right. And so the party picks up, getting themselves bandaged up and beginning the long, slow trek through the fields. The fields themselves are quiet, silenter than you would expect. As you get farther west from Steepwater, the bird song that usually fills these plains empties out, and you do not find the telltale signs of small animals running through the plains being hunted by the larger ones. You just are left with your own crunching boot steps through the colder weather as the fall temperatures begin to drop around you, leaning in towards winter. Eventually, you'll find yourselves coming up to a rushing stream, the only sound that you've heard for some time other than your own, as you can see the slow creep of mist just laying upon the very tip of the ground, billowing forth from some distance further in.
This seems like good a place as any to rest. I say as I
Fine.
pull my bag off my shoulders and start to pull out some food.
Let's find
Mm-hmm.
a nice camping spot, a safe distance away from the river. Settle in.
You spend some time searching for one, eventually deciding upon a nice camping spot with, high defensible rocks, good vision of the surrounding area, and a little bit of cover from what could be wind or sun or the elements, and set about going to camping. Tell me, how do you spend your time camping, y'all?
I think the weight of what's to come weighs heavily on Noman, and he spends the night in silence thinking about Belinda and Drexel and what he's going to do to him when he finds him.
Mm-hmm. What are you going to do to him when you find him?
Kill him, fuck him up, torture him. Maybe not
Right.
torture him, but mess him up big time.
Absolutely. Dark
Well,
thoughts, but worthy ones.
Exactly that.
Rook will join in on this fireside conversation.
Mm.
I don't know.
Mhm.
Talk about how all
Agree.
the signs were there from the start. Obviously a bad man.
Mm-hmm.
He took me in at first with his charisma and shiny armor, but we should have seen through it.
Mhm.
Koibu saw through it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And the things they've done to
The things
the
they
natural
did.
world
It's best not even. to
or
think
animals
about
they've
it.
corrupted.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Do we think that Drexel and these people had something to do with the gibbering mouth? Or I assume we do, right?
Same cultists.
Gotta be.
Konos.
Mm-hmm.
Those bastards.
Mm-hmm.
All right. With a dark fireside chat ringing in the ears of the rest of the party, your day will slip by and turn to night. So you may rest for as long as you desire.
I sleep for a week. I could use it.
Not that long.
We can have it go for a week.
Do we have any? Do we
I might have to
any-
do a little bit of manipulation of my map, but we can rest for a week.
Do we have any heals, or are we camping here?
Yeah,
for a week?
I can do that. Okay, who's the most hurt of us?
We're all pretty bad.
I
Well,
mean, I'm on 2 HP, so
Yeah.
your current half HP is higher than my max.
sure, yeah,
Right.
but I think I need more healing overall.
That is true. Yeah,
Okay, I'm gonna do Ryan first. Then
classic.
1,
Whoa.
2.
What are these
I
rolls
Uh,
today?
I think with a night's sleep that gets me to full.
Right. So you get 3 HP. Wait, no, we tracked,
Oh.
right? Do you get 3 HP if
we
we
did
walked last
we did a light day. We were moving at like half speed,
time? Okay.
and I lost my character sheet, but I think I was only down 16.
You're at 18. Yeah, you're down 16.
Oh,
Or
actually, it was down 18. But if we get 3, you're a healer and an herbalist, right?
Yes.
I guess we didn't do full bed rest, but maybe with a good berry, you could talk.
I don't mind
me off.
giving you guys full bed rest. You guys essentially had a very light day of travel where you didn't do much and then specifically wanted to sit and rest. So that's fine. You can take the 3 HP from Ren's ministrations.
And then Nomon gets that.
Nice.
Um,
That's enough. Yeah, I'm full.
Is this that first day, or is this a day after?
Well, let me think. When
Did
we
you-
went,
sorry.
We camped where we found the druids.
Mhm.
So you should have had new spells the next morning, unless we already did that or something. I don't think we did.
yes. I mean, I've already put the healing spells as prepared on last time. So I also have a good berry spell if we want to use it. If I can find berries. But I assume that's possible, Greg.
Yes, I'm sorry. You've found berries in this very part of the plains before. You would know where to look and be able to acquire them as needed.
It's another 5.
All right. So, after a day spent resting, contemplating murder, and Ren tending to you with her magical care, the party is in tip-top shape come the next morning.
Is Sean's character not still injured?
Oh, I didn't take any.
I think we're.
injuries.
No, Neal, what
Who's
about you?
at 12?
Yeah, who's
I'm
that?
at 12.
Oh, you're
he
at
needs to
12.
heal up.
Yep.
Yes.
I'm full.
Yeah,
Okay.
I either something went wrong or I didn't take any injuries, and I think it wasn't me because I know Rook got beat up at one point when we both fought the Mouther in melee,
Mhm.
Yeah.
and then it started targeting Nomon.
I distracted it to save you all.
Yeah, I don't think I took any hits.
Ren, you need to heal yourself. You can't go like that.
Yeah. I know, but I'm not sure we have the time to rest another day for this, do we?
Drexel can wait.
Can spend another day preparing.
Yeah.
Okay, because I will need another day. I don't have enough spell slots to heal myself to full,
All
unfortunately.
right.
So I'll spend some time like scouting out this river and finding a suitable place to cross.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe forage or hunt for some food, and we can camp another day here on the
Absolutely.
riverbank.
You spend some time finding a suitable place to cross. With your, knowledge of the land and nature, you can find multiple places where the river becomes shallow enough to cross, including the one you used previously to cross
Was
the
it-
river.
Where did we cross before? Was it just a shallow spot of the river?
Essentially, where the river shallowed out, there's some nice stable rocks to walk across. So the river here is not steep and rushing and deep. It often will come to about the waist of a man or lower in multiple places. You can just ford across it or wade, I suppose. However, your attempts to search for game are quite poor. In fact, you find very little sign of any game nearby the river at this point. It seems what wildlife was once here in the plains has been dissuaded from being here now.
Classic Ryan, having no game whatsoever.
Since I wasn't here the last time you guys fought these people, because I was spending a steamy weekend with Belinda, if I recall, I will, around the campfire that night, I'll say, so what are we expecting? Magic?
Yes, we didn't even find the cultists. We tracked them to a skull-shaped cave that spewed forth a hallucinating mist or something.
Do we
Deadly
have a
mist.
plan to get past it?
We have to destroy the mist,
Nope.
I believe. I don't think we're trying
No
to get
plan.
past it.
Just hope and a unicorn horn.
How does one destroy a mist?
I believe we try touching it with the horn.
I nod slowly.
Are we willing to
Maybe-
risk our lives on that? Do we need to spitball any other ideas?
Might be smart.
Have
We could just run through it.
the fate of these lands is in our hands. We have no
Mhm.
time for hesitation. If you're if you're gonna chicken out on me, Koibu, I'll have you stay here and
I just want to make sure
forge
when
ahead
we
alone.
get there that we have more than one plan in case things go poorly.
Koibu's no coward, Rook. That's not fair. He's been with us this whole time.
Thanks, Noman.
There is a little chance that the mist is going to consume me if I try to stab it with the horn, but that at the same time it will also consume the horn and dissolve. If
Yeah,
that's the
dissolve?
case, then
You're talking
If that
about this
is-
thing like it's sentient.
well, it did. So you didn't see it, but it did come after creatures, that very mist, and just consumed it like it was hunting.
All of us stalked us one by
gods.
one. That's what we have. Last time we were into trouble because we were separated.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone that goes forward has to agree to see this to the end. Stick together. If it splits us up, pick us apart.
Either Drexel dies tomorrow, or I do.
Place a hand on your shoulder. That's the spirit.
Right. It's not going to be me.
I still don't have a favorite enemy. Is Drexel a species?
Sure.
Can I
My favorite
declare-
enemy is that human.
The worst.
That
All right.
human, I get bonuses against.
Got it. Drexel's my favorite enemy.
I like it. I like it. All right.
I think it's a somber night at camp, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
With another somber night spent and preparations made in the face of great peril, night comes and goes once more, leaving you on the morning of your third travel. As you peer out past the river, you see the kind of fog rising once more, billowing out from the mouth of this skull cavern.
Does this happen every night?
Of course, every night, as the previous night, it fills the area completely before falling back to a more normal mist in the next morning.
So do we want to go by daylight when there is no mist, or do we wait until the mist shows up and fight it?
If we go when the mist is there, can we fight it alone? Kill it before we reach the cultists? Perhaps that's better than entering its cave and having us attack us from behind whilst we're fighting that.
The cultists probably also won't be expecting anybody to dispel the mist. If we wait for it to appear and then dispel it, we might catch them with their metaphorical pants down.
I like this plan.
Perhaps.
I mean, if I'm not mistaken, there are two different kinds of mists. Yes, there's the one that billows out of the cave that's just white, I believe, isn't it white mist? And the
It
one that
is.
actually attacks the creatures and then absorbs them turns into dark red, blood-colored mist, I believe. So I'm not sure it's even the same
I
thing.
assumed that one was hiding in the broader mist.
Sounds like the first one's just mist, no?
I don't know. Last time we were here, it covered up It covered up everything, and it led us away to a very unpleasant place.
It's clearly
And the creature
magical.
that held us in a very tight embrace that night. It was not very loving. Can't
What creature?
recommend. I look over to Hugo. What do you think that was?
Your greatest demons made reality.
Well, it's
cast
kind
a
of fun
side
that we have
glance
the
at Hugo.
that we have the same demons, but yes.
What are these people up to? Dark magics.
Whatever this taint is, it ends today.
Indeed. For Steepwater. For all those who have been lost. For Belinda.
Right. With your minds resolved and a plan formed, you wait for evening to fall.
I still feel like we should cross the river today, right? And maybe stake out the cave.
Yes.
Sure.
And just, yeah.
When you say stake out the cave, how close do you want to get to it? Tell me what your goal is in staking out the cave. What are you doing?
We're looking for signs of traffic, and if anything comes and goes to the cave, we may ambush it.
Ambush it, that's a good idea.
All right. You cross the river.
So how close are we getting, guys?
I think we should
You're
get
the ranger.
within like striking distance of the front of the cave, right? Just in case anything does come out.
So like a couple hundred yards from the cave.
Yeah.
A couple hundred yards. All right.
I like that
say
range.
300 yards, and like circle around it and see if there's signs of recent travel. Or
You cross the river and begin your march towards the cave. It is a ways away, more than a few hundred yards. And so you must cross not only the river itself, but some amount of open plain here covered in a low hanging mist.
even during the day, there's mist.
Yes, even during the day, the very kind of edge of the ground hangs a like soft white mist that obscures any tracks or any vision of the ground itself. It is only at night where this rises to fill the full area, blinding all vision. But as you creep forward, eventually you will begin getting closer and closer to your 300-400 yards that you're trying to get to, and you see the mist around you here thicker, rising. What was once maybe around your ankles rises around your calves, up around your knees. To Nomon, it is quite thick, up around his shoulders as you wade through the white mist, going thicker, thicker.
Was it this thick last time?
Not until evening.
Yeah. Perhaps it's grown stronger. Stay close, everyone.
Looks like they've been feeding it.
You get within about 300 feet. You begin observing, looking for tracks as you go. Mr. Ranger, would you please make me a tracking check at -10 for the...
Yeah, I was going to say, like, can I see through the mist? I think I get down to a knee and
Absolutely.
stay, so the dogs are here as well. I can probably, they're probably just their tails and maybe their snouts sticking up above the mist.
Absolutely.
I
you
put
can see
a
their
hand-
tails swishing back and forth above it.
I put a hand on one of the dogs, so I'm I've got a contact just above the mist, and then I probably get down onto a knee and maybe stick my head down towards the ground. I don't have a way to do a -10 to this, but there's -10 to this.
A 26. You are a master tracker and have been encountered with this thick mist before. Over time, you do, in fact, find some tracks, many, in fact. There's one set, grand, wide boots that march right down the center of these plains towards the
Boots or
skull
greaves?
itself. Oh, very much like greaves.
Male greaves. Drexel's been here. I think I ignore the rest of the tracks.
Okay.
I've got my quarry in sight.
I will follow
right.
close
the
behind.
tracks, they're going into the cave? Or
They seem to be heading the most directly straight towards where you know the cave to be.
Drexel's in there. Screw the plan. I say we get after him now. These tracks are fresh, Greg?
These tracks are, you would say, you rolled a natural 20. You would say these tracks are no older than 4 days.
So not that fresh. But Drexel's been through here in the last couple of days. He might still be inside.
Perhaps we could wait for him to leave. Draw him out some way. If he sees us, he might still try.
Willpower check to steady my rage.
It does not look like your rage is steady.
No, the dogs are growling. I'm like, no, I want to get in there now. We might lose them. There's tracks going in. I don't see them coming out.
All right.
I don't want him slipping. We can't risk him slipping through our fingers again.
I draw my magical dagger. Let's go.
Does the cave look dark?
The cave has a thick mist billowing from what would be its mouth as it stretches out in front of you. You cannot see light or anything.
Would a torch help, or would it?
No, at this point, you are familiar enough with this mist to know that it is quite obscuring.
I'll light the way with my sword then.
All right. You produce a flaming sword and lead the party enraged.
It's not flaming.
I was wondering where you got a flaming sword from. Did I miss a session?
You said you liked the way with it. I just assumed. I was rolling with it.
Right, you just got rid of a flaming sword.
Yeah.
With the glint of the sun, you light the way with the sword and lead your party full of rage towards the center. As your boots crunch through the plains and you get close enough that the sound can echo to the cave itself, you hear a familiar guffaw. I knew you'd come. And then language that you do not understand is spoken, ringing out in his voice, and so the mist.
I would like to roll initiative.
Absolutely.
How far away are we when he?
Probably we'll say 100 yards or so.
Okay. Yeah, I'm on the hunch that this is like a spell being cast. I think my instinct is to charge and interrupt. 100 yards seems close enough to close the distance before he finishes, if I'm lucky, but maybe not.
All right.
And plan out the window.
Can I just
We're charging into battle.
I don't think that worked.
Do you have a map you're trying to take us to, or are you just...
Yeah, here you go.
You can just show us or go to the map. And
I thought I was going to take the tokens to it.
Hey.
You see as the mist billows forth from the mouth of the cave. I assumed you would have cleared the mist by this point, so there's no mist on the map. But you see a knight clad from head to toe in a gleaming golden armor.
This bitch.
A sunburst is visible even through the thick mist. Flanked on either side of him are horrifying creatures, half man and half beast, fused together, and they seem to be crouched and waiting. He speaks out to you, I knew you'd come. And as he begins to chant his infernal call, I believe initiative has been called, so let's roll for it. Let's bring you guys over.
Oh boy.
Missing Ren and Doggos.
Do we have tokens yet, or am I just missing them?
I'm bringing them on now.
Okay.
They should have tokens at the bottom. I think that is everyone.
I do like how slightly stretched the token is for Sunburst guy over there.
He's like, his shoulders are supernaturally broad.
Hey, I struggled to get a really good token. I'm going to delete all of these things in the turn order because there's like 18 million of them. Can we do that again? I'm sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, no problem.
Happy to re-roll. Yeah, I'll take that.
Oh God, I rolled even worse.
Where is my...
What are you casting, Cooper? You going to do 1 damage to them?
No, I didn't take that today. It has not been my...
How will we ever win?
So there is a thick mist billowing from the cave, correct?
There is a thick mist billowing from the cave, lying about waist high on everything here that I assumed you would have dispelled at this point, but have not.
What do you roll to dispel mist anyways?
You can use your regular movement speed as if you were making a move action.
Okay, well then
Where did you get these 2E artworks?
I copy and pasted them out of a 2E sourcebook rip and then removed the background with a background remover and imported them to Roll20.
So you did it yourself. It wasn't there's not like a 2E monsters.
Not that I know of. Yeah, not that I could find.
The purple worm entries, I think, have PNGs that you can pull that are backgroundless. On purple
I think
worm
they have a background.
Oh, do they? Okay.
Yeah. But either way, all right, I believe everybody is rolled in. So, Nomon, you are the first to react as Drexel begins incanting his next statement. What do you do?
Well, I encant my own spell and cast Mirror Image.
All right, excellent. More copies of gnome magicians appear in front
Not
of...
Neal.
Huh?
Oh, good
It's not
stuff.
Neal to show off.
All right, excellent. Nomon creates many images of himself 100 yards or so away from the creatures. Ren, you're the next to react. What do you do?
Well, does this mist move at all when we're stepping, like, into this place? Or is
It's
it
been
just the
growing
same?
thicker the closer you get to it. It has
Right,
done little
okay.
more than that at this point. You can see it flowing forth from the mouth of the cave like a stream, almost like there's a fog machine on the inside of it, kind of blowing the mist out. You can kind of see it
Right.
flowing a little bit.
But it didn't seem to react to us being there. It still seems like normal fog at this point, right?
It does seem to be normal fog to this point.
Okay. Well, I guess I don't need to disperse it right now then, and I'm gonna cast
Mhm.
Flame Blade instead for now.
You're the one with the flame blade. See, I knew there
Yeah,
was a
it's
flame
me.
blade.
There's always one Flame Blade, and this time
All
it
right,
is me.
Ren cracks her like walnut against the blade, and it lights in flame, ready to strike down these creatures. With that, it becomes Drexel's turn. He.
Oh, wait,
finishes-
sorry, Greg, before you go. Can I do a bit of movement as well? After I cast my spell?
Sure, you're about 100 yards away from Drexel, so
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
like,
yeah, no, I
not
can't get
technically
to
where you are
him.
on the map. Yeah.
I don't know how accurate this map is. What I'd like to do is like come off the path and maybe hide up against this wall with the view of like, coming
Sure.
around here maybe later, yeah.
Sure. I think you can move to there. Yeah, this is a pretty decent path. Like there's some bushes here that have been growing out of the plains in various states of fall disrepair. The kind of path itself is a dry riverbed if you could see it properly, but you can't because it's foggy. But yeah, you can move up to there. I think in around like 100 yards of movement, you can get about there.
Yeah, cool.
All right, excellent. With that, Drexel begins his incantation and finishes it. A strange language unknown to the five of you. And as he completes it, the mist begins to flow thick and heavy from the edge of the skull cave. It rises up around you and goes to consume you. Soon, all of you are surrounded by a white mist and can see nothing except the mist in the immediate vicinity around you. As soon as it rises up over your eyes, you can begin to hear a low wail through the mist, a cry of a desperate and lonely soul. Hugo, you're blinded and subsumed by the mist. You hear this wail. What do you do?
Yeah, you said he's 100 yards away?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, in that case, I'm gonna have to hold my action here. I measured on the map and thought he was much closer. Yeah, so I'm gonna hold. I guess I'm gonna like move up slightly and just take point for the party, and I'm gonna instead put away my javelin and draw my long sword and get ready for anybody to try to close with us.
All right, you attempt to move forward in the mist. You're not sure if you
Oh,
did
that's
it
true.
properly.
Do you
but,
want like a dex check to see if I stumble without being able to see the ground?
I think you can move across the ground. The question is, do you end up where you think you end up?
I
But
mean, I'm only
you-
trying to move like
Mhm.
5-ish feet, if that changes anything.
Okay. Oh, you're just trying to stumble forward.
Yeah, I'm
a
just
few feet.
moving forward to like take point.
Sure.
For the
I
rest of the
think you
party.
can stumble forward 5
Yeah.
feet or so. As you do, you hear the wails throughout the mist. Perfect. Koibu, it is your turn. One of your companions you could feel stumbling off away from you as the mist once more subsumes your vision. You hear the wails. What do you do?
I draw my sword and I start walking in the direction of Drexel, saying to him, I should have put you down the day I met you. I knew you were nothing but trouble. Come here.
All right. Excellent. You begin walking forward as best you can, assuming that you can remember the direction you need to walk in this deep and enshrouding mist.
How's your memory, Koibu?
Well, let me tell you how my memory is. I've been waiting all game for this. 33 on my precise memory check.
All right.
I know exactly
you
where I'm
your
going.
Eyes, remembering
Thanks, Ryan.
the exact layout of the terrain, every rock, every bush, every little low-hanging piece of mist, and you walk confidently forward with your eyes closed, striding towards where you know Drexel to be.
Mm-hmm. I assume I
Yes.
don't make it to him this round.
No.
Okay, perfect.
I can find him. I make it to him this round. Show yourself, fiend. And I don't have precise memory, but I do have direction sense. And I saw his glimmering plate mail, and I tracked him here. I'm playing out the window. Party's separating. I'm charging straight to where I think him to be. I'm using like full movement, so taking AC penalties to close if I actually can get to him.
All right, give me a
directly. So I
direction sense.
Sure. Sorry. Roll20 has not been upgraded in a way that is lagging.
As only as appropriate. All right, you begin charging your way through the mist, knowing generally the direction that you think him to be.
Yeah, so I can move. I mean, if I run, I can move like 120 yards. And if I charge, maybe 50% more. So I think I get a -2 or a -4 to my AC.
Okay.
To move in yards, but I believe it is mechanically possible to move.
All
that
right,
distance.
you come rushing forward at a full sprint, blindly through the mist as you go, and you swing wildly at a visage you cannot see.
So he's when I get 100 feet or 100 yards forward, there's nothing there.
Well, the mist is so obscuring you can hardly see anything in front of your face. This
Okay,
is
so
much the same as you're effectively blind.
So I'm able to run. So I run 100 yards forward, and there's no Drexel.
Not that you can see
Okay.
in front of you.
So I'm swinging swords wildly. I attack the darkness. Or sorry,
You attack the
mist.
darkness. Excellent. That's what I was hoping for. Please make me an attack roll at -4.
Are my dogs flanking me as well? Or do
Sure,
they
why
get
not?
lost in
Your
the mist?
dogs
Okay.
are familiar with your ways and your
I'm
anger.
not going to make attack rolls for them, but
All right.
the dog pack's staying together.
Absolutely.
I'm going to make some attack rolls. I don't. My goal here is not necessarily to hit anyone. It's to take out my anger and keep the attacks rolling so that I can get 3 attacks next round.
All right. At a -4, your attacks swing wildly.
If these are aimed at Drexel, there's a +4 to balance that, and then a +2 for a charge.
What do you have a +4 for?
He's my
Oh,
favorite
your
enemy.
favorite enemy. You swing wildly with your first strike. It seems to like hit into the ground, but you follow it up with a second attack, and you do, sure enough, strike something. You feel a meaty thud as your second attack strings true. Roll me some damage.
2 points of damage.
2 points of damage against the Golden Dawn. You hear a surprise as you strike him. Excellent. And with that, something moves in the mist. The howling and wailing comes closer. Who does it attract to? It attracts to 1, 2, 3, 4. Ren! You
Hello.
hear this wailing come closer. A familiar presence encroaches upon you.
Does
You
it
know
does it run by me in the process?
It might.
Because if it does, I guess I don't know if it like gives off much of a sensation for me. But if I notice something, I do have a readied attack for it.
I think that you might feel the goosebumps of this creature, but it does not necessarily pass by your space to take an attack of opportunity. But the creature comes near you, Ren, and you can sense its presence as invisible hands reach out to snuff out your life.
Not again.
Ren does a 9 hit you?
No, it doesn't. I'm ready.
feel
I'm
a
prepared
brush
for
of
this.
death. Yes, a familiar brush as the invisible stalker of the mist attempts to wring your life from your body, but is unable to. All right. With that, we have hit the end of the round. Any end of round actions?
Nope, not for me.
All right. Let us roll into initiative.
Are the broken ones blind too?
The broken ones are in the mist. They have not taken an action as of now.
Is the mist encompassing me as well, or am I far to the
Yes,
side? so that it's not-
everyone is encompassed in the mist. Yes. All right.
I assume moving is a 3, yeah?
Yes.
Yes. Movement is a 3. I have Koibu, Noman, Hugo, Rook, Ren is an 11.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, perfect. They are all there. So, Noman, you're the first to react. You're crouched down in this bush, blinded by the mist around you.
Yeah,
You
so
do.
I feel out in front of me. I can feel the rock face, right?
Sure, yeah, you put your
This
hands
rock
out
face, yeah,
blindly.
yeah.
You can kind of feel the rock face.
All right, I reach into a bag. I pull out a couple of grasshopper legs, and I will cast the spell Jump. And I would like to, between climbing and jumping, I don't know how high this cliff is. I would like to get up it, and if possible, keep going and maybe start climbing up this next cliff as well. But I don't know how far I can get.
Okay. You can clearly jump up that cliff. You break the grasshopper legs, throw them upon the ground, feel the power of your legs enhance, make a mighty leap and clear the cliff face. You land upon steady stones beneath your feet, blinded entirely by the mist.
Still in the mist, yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Having, I've seen this rock face. Okay, have I got more movement? I would like to. Now,
You have more movement. You can try to get there.
Yeah. I want to try and I want to climb on top of the skull and then jump on Drexel's back and stab him in the back.
You
It's gonna take me a
begin
while.
moving.
Yeah.
Do you have a skill that might get you where you want to go?
I do have a skill, yeah.
Oh,
Move
do you?
silently.
How do you get where you want to go?
Well, I can jump or I can move silently. Combination of all of it.
I don't think move silently will help. It would help you get there quietly, but it would not
Sorry,
help
are
you
you asking,
arrive where you want to
Okay,
go.
well, I could jump, right? I could jump 30 feet in the air. And I
He
can
means,
climb.
how do you know where you're going?
How do you know where you're going?
blind?
Yeah.
Oh, because we saw it before the mist came out.
All right. You're trying to remember without a skill. Are you feeling lucky, Nick? Highs or lows?
I'll take lows.
Nick
Sure
knows what
enough,
he rolls.
you go rushing forward, and you gun smack into another rock wall. Oh, God, fuck!
Ow.
And then you realize you are where you want to be.
Perfect. Okay, is that the end of my turn?
Yes.
Okay, I hide here.
Right. Koibu, you're the next to react. You hear gnomish swearing happening somewhere off to the west of you.
That's okay. The gnome can take care of himself. I know where my quarry is, even though Rook beat me to it. And I will make my way forward. I will not necessarily go after Drexel if he's the first thing I see. I will go after one of these broken creatures.
I think we can't see anything.
Yeah.
You are effectively blind in the mist,
Yeah.
and as you step forward, you are confident that you know exactly where you are, but you step on something. It's about knee height and furry, and it yelps.
Sorry,
my
Rook.
dog.
I will
Apologize
try
to
to.
Remus.
Sorry, Remus. I will try to wade through and past the dogs, keeping my sword, out and drawn, but not so far out into the mist that I'm going to accidentally stab Rook or a puppy or something like that. And I will call out, Drexel, where are you? Face us like a man. And if I can
Right.
find a monster, I will strike at it. Otherwise, I will just wade through the mist looking for the beast.
I think you wade through the mist looking for it. You can try to pass by this dog as you like, but you are effectively blinded. And in your memory, you know where the thing was, but you don't come face to face with it. You cannot see it. I should low-key put everything on the GM layer, but
Okay. Well, then
would
I
require
guess
preparedness.
that's my turn. I rolled in with a weapon attack, but since I haven't found anything, I guess I'm just readying it for the first thing I see, in case first enemy I
Alright.
see, in case something comes into range.
All right, good clarification. Rook, it is your turn.
I don't need my eyes. I'm seeing red anyways.
All right.
So I attack in front of me where I found plate last round.
Mm-hmm.
and I think I whiff and
Yes,
maybe
you
like
swing your blades aggressively, and essentially you hear a ringing sound as your blade meets metal plate, bouncing off ineffectively, but knowing that you are striking at the one Drexel.
I found you, Drexel. You can't hide from me.
Excellent.
Share him with the rest of us.
With that, it
right
is
here,
Drexel's
making a racket. Clang, clang, lang.
Drexel guffaws. You may have found me, but you cannot see me. And he will strike at you. You can't see it, but you hear the sound of a blade clearing its scabbard and a whistling through the wind as he strikes down at you with a 9. The blade comes
including
whisking
bonuses?
by your face. Huh?
Including his bonuses?
Including his bonuses.
Okay.
Yeah. He rolled
Actually,
very low.
did you include the fact that I'm blind?
I did.
Okay.
He rolled very low, Ryan.
You get the your favorite enemy. Does it give you a defense bonus against them, or is it just
no
offense?
bonuses to hit.
Oh no, I'm thinking of dwarves and fighting giants.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I feel like he should be stronger than that, but I'll take it.
And with that, he guffaws loudly, certain of his victory. You'll never defeat me. Ren, it becomes your turn. You hear this exchange of blows happening. You feel the presence of the invisible stalker of the mist around you.
Right. I think for a tiny second, Ren feels this feeling of fear because she's been strangled to unconsciousness by this creature before. But when she thinks about why they're actually here, I think it quickly turns into anger. And she, gets the unicorn horn off her belt and holds it, alongside her flaming scimitar and just stabs into the direction of where she's just been attacked from.
All right. You wield the unicorn horn in your hand. Your intention is to disperse this mist, and the unicorn horn feeds off that intention. You feel the horn grow hot in your hand, and a wind begins to emit off the tip of it. As you stab and thrust forward, the unicorn horn begins to unravel in your hand, pieces of it falling to the ground. The entire unicorn horn is subsumed as it unleashes a powerful gust of magical wind. The mist itself is lifted off the ground and borne far, far away. As it does so, the wails of horror that escape the mist are visible or audible to all of you. And it reveals, Ren, right in front of you, the pathetic form of a long-armed and tragic-looking creature.
Unbelievable.
Nice work, Ren.
Hugo, it is your turn. The mist has dispersed from your eyes. You can see clearly the battle raging out in front of you. A shot Drexel is guffawing. What do you do?
Hugo didn't charge in because running blindly with a bunch of allies right next to you and swinging wildly seemed like a recipe for bad times.
Mhm.
But I think Hugo, feeling that familiar feeling from when he and Ren were strangled in the mist, kind of wheels around to see that now revealed form. And he'll just start to walk over and say, "I am the hunter now."
Indeed. The frail, long-armed form trembles slightly at your advance.
Double checking my bonus. It is, oh, right. I forgot that mastery ends up being a lot in the end.
Mm-hmm.
All right. 23.
23 hits the creature.
Is it a clear by 10 in this instance?
It does not clear by
Okay.
10.
Plus
Are we doing that?
I don't know. I don't remember. The last time I tried to do it, we discussed it and I forgot. But either way, it does not clear by 10. You deal
Very
9
nice, though.
damage to the creature, slicing it in twain.
Oops.
As
I jumped the gun. Sorry.
Slicing it in twain as the creature is brutalized. It falls apart, almost like tearing limb from limb on its own accord as it falls and dies, a like muddled mess of brokenness at your feet.
I'll say that with the rest of my time, I'll say to Ren, it looks like the others have Drexel well in hand. Should we handle those bizarre creatures off to the sides?
I'll say we'll be the best that we can. We've been practicing with the sparring for long enough. I think our teamwork is going to be good for this.
All right. With that, Hugo's turn is done. It is time for the broken ones to act. The mist has cleared and they can see once again. They look in front of them and they are going to... This one has doggos it can fight. This creature raises up a mangled claw covered both in flesh and scales and feathers in equal proportion. A true terror of malformity. And it comes raking down upon the dog in front of it. It attacks with a 22, natural 19.
Oh no.
That's a crit.
All right, it crits the doggo for 8 points of damage, rending into the hide of the creature.
Hopefully won't kill them. I don't have HPs noted, so I'll roll for it.
Okay.
Oh, unless does the dog itself have HP on it?
I thought it did at one point, but I could be wrong. Let's look at the doggo sheet.
Are they
No.
It's 2d8s.
Yeah, it's 2d8 plus 2, but
Yeah.
Is it?
I don't. Yeah,
I think they. Yeah.
it's for guard dogs or something. I thought I definitely rolled for one of them at some point, but
I don't remember what it was. Feel free to roll again.
Every time the dog takes a big hit, you just roll to see if they die instantly.
10.
All right.
So it's still standing.
It still stands with 2 HP. This one here on the side will lift up in a kind of strange glide, half flight, more following with style, really, as it flaps its winged form and lands to the side here of, I believe this is Koibu, and it will lift its mighty hand to rend at you.
Bring it on.
Koibu, it will strike at you with an 18.
Ooh, that's spooky. That actually hits me, I think.
All right.
Yeah, it's my
Koibu,
AC.
please take for me 6 points of damage as this horrible malformity rends into your flesh.
I will happily take these 6 points of damage, but I was readying an attack as I was waiting through the mist before it dispelled. So do I get a ready attack off?
Absolutely. Yes, the thing lands down beside you, and you are prepared. As the mist dispels, you can see it make your attack.
Oh my god.
You slice at the creature, and unfortunately, its malformed hide is tougher than you expect. Your blade is turned aside by its fleshy bits.
This is why you don't make sword wizards.
I'm glad
right.
somebody
At level 1, it seemed
was
OP,
able to roll a
but
1 again.
now that Hugo and I are like...
It is end of round actions. Rook, your end of round action will go off before Drexel's.
Yeah, I should have saved that 20, but I'll roll again.
Yes.
No.
All right. You roll an 11. You swing your third attack, and it bounces off of his golden armor, unable to strike him. All right. At the end of the
See you
round.
now, fiend.
Yes. He guffaws. And now I can see you just the same. He raises his blade to take his second attack, and this time will roll a 10.
Wow.
Unable to strike you. Any other end of round
How is he-
actions?
Not for me.
Good.
No, there's nothing to hit.
All right, excellent initiative, everyone.
I feel like he should be better than this.
God damn it.
What's going on, Drexel? Are you secretly an illusionist?
What are you trying to say?
Doesn't he have
Not
18
another one of
natural
those.
strength and like
18 or the stats of something crazy.
Maybe he didn't spend any time mastering his sword.
By the way, Faye, I think Summon Insects is just a full round cast.
Is it?
I think so. I might be
Yeah.
wrong.
I mean, it's where did you get
because
it?
I
Yeah,
think
it
I did
says
that on.
one round.
Yeah,
That is
yeah.
correct. That is
I
correct.
did that on
yeah.
Van Helsing and had the same moment.
Mhm.
Goddamn. Well, I'm going to re-roll this then. Thank you very much, Sean. We're going to do something else instead. It's literally the best spell I had for this level, so I'm sad I forgot that now, but you know.
I mean, I think it would
is
just go
what
off
it
at the
is.
end of the round, right? So, like, I don't think it's that much worse than rolling a 10.
Well, if it takes just I think I'll just stick with it. It doesn't matter. I think I'll just take it. It's fine.
Right.
Yeah, is that right, Greg? Is it just a 1 round spell goes off at the end of the round, or
Takes
is
a
it?
full round. Yep. You spend a full round in canting and jiggling and doing your thing, smelling incense. And
Yeah.
after a minute of doing that.
Just put me after the broken ones, I guess.
All right. Excellent. We can do that. Ren is a 16 now. Okay.
What's that?
First to react to this round is Drexel. Drexel raises his blade, ready to strike, and there we go. How about an 18?
That does it.
All right.
Rolls
Greg
24
has
damage.
to remember his damage.
Has he got a two-handed sword?
He does indeed.
Oh shit.
D10 plus 8 or something?
Is that 2-handed sword 2d6?
Depends on the weapon.
I'm not using the by the book one. I pulled it out of Neal's sheet, so it's a D10.
Okay.
All right. Please take for me 11 points of slashing damage.
Ooh.
my god.
All right. Numon, it is
All
your
right.
turn. You're standing next to this rock wall. The mist that was blinding you is gone.
I can see. I look over and I see Rook and Koibu fighting Drexel, and I resist the urge to just charge him in the back now, right? I see this skull face here. I feel like I can jump onto the lower part of the eye, and then from there onto the top of the head.
You still jump is still active, right? Yeah. So
yeah,
you,
it's it's at
your
least-
grasshopper loaded gnomish legs go leaping up, grabbing on to the top of the eye.
All right, and now I get my feet because next turn I'm going to give a run up and then try and. Is he close enough that I feel like I can jump to his back from with the jump spots 30 feet?
I think with the jump spell active, you got this. You've got some height on him. You've got the preparation of climbing up there and a jump spell. I think you're getting ready.
Nice.
All right, Koibu, you spy a little gnomish figure hopping up the top of the skull cave, preparing to do something dastardly. What do you do?
No time to worry about that creature. He knows what's up. I will turn to the broken one that has come for me, and I will cast Koibu's shadowy grasp at them while I say, "It is not your turn to play." They need to make a saving throw versus spell. It's essentially a hold person or be held and lifted a foot off the ground, suffering d4 points of damage per round.
All right. So you toss a starkened silk scarf while holding the other end. The scarf attempts to wrap around them. They make a savings throw versus spell at -3.
Yeah, I think I just pulled that from the hold person. If you target one person, it's at -3.
All right. Well, let us see if they succeed. They do not. They do not succeed. Your
Excellent.
magic scarf comes wrapping around the form of this creature. Which of the two forms does your scarf wrap around?
It will wrap around the stronger beastly one.
All right, excellent. Your magical scarf holds it in place, binding its limbs together as you hold the other end of it.
Yes.
I like that. So on a natural 1, 2, or 3, they like suffocate to death in a couple of rounds. Is that the?
Yeah, so it's a hold person spell, but it only can ever target one person, and it's got a shittier range. But it then like lifts them off the ground a little bit for sort of a slight effect, and then they have to hold their breath. And if they roll very poorly, then they didn't get their good gulp. So
All right, very good. Very good. Rook, it is your turn now after being struck by the blade of the rapscallion. What do you do?
Yeah, let's resolve doggos first. So there's 2 that are going against this broken one on the right.
Okay.
Probably not.
The 9 and the 11 will both miss. The fleshy monstrosity is just too tough for their doggy teeth.
Oh, and there's sure actually even lower. I forgot to remove. But this one, because it's held, this dog will go and back up Quibu.
Okay.
And it does get this.
Oh,
that is a crit. Are we doing the double crits?
Oh yeah, plus. I don't think we were.
Okay, so a regular crit.
I think it's just 44 damage.
why are your dogs rolling at +5?
They shouldn't. I've still got my +4 in there. This one is because the guy he's attacking is held.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's +1 normally. +4.
They would
normally
they,
+1.
they should still have the +4 here because that one's held.
For 9 points
So this
of
one's got
damage.
+1, +4 because he's held.
Your dog rends into the flesh of this creature, ripping and gnawing at it as it begins to bleed profusely. It is bloodied and
now
looking
for
worse for the
Drexel.
wear. All right.
Once, twice.
Both of your strikes will hit Drexel.
18, eh? That's not
Yes.
so bad.
For 47 damage.
Wait, that's not right.
Why not? You know.
Those are more attack rolls. Sorry.
Okay. I was like, maybe I should have buffed Drexel. Holy shit.
It's
That's
just
some
blades.
throw damage numbers right there.
Yeah.
All right.
Still not bad.
Your blades
12
slash
points of
in for an
damage.
additional 12 points of damage. You wound me. But he still stands. You go. It's your turn.
With the charge, can I reach this broken one over here?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, kind of. I think you can. What you're gonna do is like move a little bit like to the east and then charge that way.
Sure. Yeah.
I think you
as long
can
as I
do
can
that.
reach it, that's fine.
Yeah.
Yep.
You
I
like
will.
position yourself, get in your runner stance, and
Okay. So wait, I'd move like here and then charge up here.
yeah.
Okay. All right. So I will take the charge and. 15. I don't actually know if that hits.
A 15 will hit.
Okay. That takes 9 points of damage.
All right. You also skewer this thing with your sword, running it
Do you
deep
have
through
high
the.
strength, Sean?
I think I have 16.
So you should have another +1 on that. Right? Mastery is +3, +3.
Yeah, no, I factored all that in.
I don't think you
Be
did.
+4 though, right?
Mastery is +3, and then strength is another +1.
No, I don't get the +1 from. I get a +1 or +1 to damage, but not a +1 to hit. You
That is
get the
damage.
attack bonus like 17. or
Yeah, the
something.
damage should be D8 +4 is what we're saying.
Plus-
Oh, you're right. Yeah, it should be +4. Sorry,
So
it should be 10 damage.
All right. You run your blade into the chest of this creature. It bleeds profusely. It looks to be on its last legs, but it does not fall to your blade. Excellent. With that, it is the broken. Is it? So the broken ones always go last, but you're doing a full
I
round
also
action.
go last. Yes, we
Right.
go last together.
I think
Who
you
goes
essentially
last,
go
Hunter?
last at the same time.
Oh, I think they would go first.
they
because-
would go
I think
first.
spell
Casting resolves after
Yes.
everything,
Okay,
including
perfect.
second attacks. and, yeah.
Oh, including second attacks.
That was always my impression, but
I've always done that wrong then.
it's
all right.
2E, it's pretty vague.
Fair enough. All right, so the broken ones move. The broken one is not smart enough to move on from the dog. It raises its mighty claw and attempts to rend its flesh.
No, not the dogs.
That is a 17 against your dog.
Well,
Womp womp.
Pepperoni, pepperoni.
All right, it strikes your dog for 4 points of damage, rending
The dog
the
is bleeding
throat
out.
from the dog and slaying it. Excellent. And with that, the broken one here, you see its flesh begin to knit and mend, where your sword was ripped from it, almost a different kind, where this beast was scaly and meaty, now feathers begin to spring from it as
Hit it again.
pulls up a lot of its HP. You struck it for 10. It is still bloodied even after it mends, though you can see it like knitting together in front of your eyes. This one down here is held, and so it does a strange thing where the bird-like creature that is not bound by the sash tears the throat out of the thing it is bound to. The creature dies, and the bird itself lifts up away from the creature, flapping its putrid wings and leaving the side of you and the dog. Dog, I think you have a chance to... I think both of you're holding a sword. Can you hold a sword and cast your spell with your little sash?
Yes.
All right, both of you may take attacks of opportunity as the winged creature attempts to extricate itself from you.
I strike it.
You hit it. Doggo does not.
I will rip it for 7 points.
7 points of damage. You kill it. The creature rips the throat out of its like fused companion. But you take your sword down, boom, chopping off its head. It dies like a turkey with Thanksgiving stuffing spilling out of it. Excellent.
I face Drexel and level my sword at him threateningly.
All right, so end of round attacks go before the spell goes off. Do you have an end of round attack, Rook?
No.
You don't get mastery, do you?
Drexel is... Drexel was first in the turn order. Drexel's second attack goes first.
I have...
Drexel raises his
attack last
two-handed
round.
sword and attacks at you. This time with a 22. I believe will hit.
I think you lagged out for a second there, Ryan.
Okay, I'm still here. I wasn't really saying anything.
Okay, cool. The 22 will hit you. Please take for me another 9 points of slashing damage. All right. Rook knows end of round attacks. Hugo,
I
end of
get
round
2
attack.
every round, yeah.
Okay. Perfect.
And then, so I want to double check. So when you charge,
You
do
don't
you
get
take
2
both
every
the...
round.
You level 7.
You level 7? You get...
isn't that mastery? I thought mastery
No.
you do 2 per
No.
round.
no.
Oh,
Especially-
no, that's just
no.
level 7? Okay.
Yeah.
Then I don't get one this round. I get one next round. Or wait, no,
Alright.
I do get one this
You do
round
get one
because
this
I attacked
round.
last round.
Yeah.
But you don't get one next round.
I want to double check. So I charged. Charging, does it give you the +2 attack until your next turn?
I
Or is
believe
that
so.
on the-
Yes,
On
because
paper it does, but yeah.
I think
doesn't
it
necessarily make
does. I think
sense, but-
it doesn't
You
make
keep
sense
both.
to like lose the AC if it isn't like a full round type of
Sure.
thing. Right?
Okay. I'll take that then. I think I
The
kill it.
29 will crit.
Jesus.
dude.
Okay.
Takes
All right.
15 damage.
All right,
Okay.
you eviscerate this creature, running it through. It attempts to extricate itself from your blade, but dies, bleeding out. Cranberry sauce all over the ground. Ren, your spell goes
Well,
off.
Yes.
Tell us about your insects.
There are no more bird creatures to be slain here. Out of my pocket, I'm getting a little bit of mud that I've collected from the river last night. I'm gonna wrap one of my magical walnuts into said mud, and with surefire precision, I'm gonna throw that walnut straight at Drexel's helmet. So with a bonk, it opens up, and it cracks against his helmet, and he's going to be covered by insects. So we have to make the decision whether they are crawling or whether they are flying insects. I believe it's a 70% chance for them.
Okay.
70% of the time they're flying, 30% they're crawling.
Someone's been playing a lot of Hoodwink.
It is true. Actually, it is. 30% is crawling, yeah. So what do I roll? Do you have 100?
D100.
70 or lower would be the flying, I guess.
Yeah, they are flying insects.
All right, perfect.
So I'm going for hornets, if I may.
All right, a swarm of hornets erupts from your thrown walnut And they begin doing what to my poor
So-
NPC?
How it works is they attack, like they crawl all over him and they start attacking him.
Oh,
If he
God,
doesn't,
hornet bites.
if he does not fend them off, like if he's trying to ignore it and keep fighting, he takes a -2 to AC and a -2 to his attack rolls. And he does take 4 points of damage each round. If he
Is there a
does
saving
try
throw?
to, no. If he does, at least it's not on the spell, I think.
Yeah, no, I
if
don't
he
think
does
so.
try, he can run, and he can like try to jump into, I guess, a pool of water to get them off them. Then he only takes 2 points of damage. So if he does,
Okay.
if he spends his round fighting them off, then he only takes 2 points of damage, but then he can't take other actions apparently. I'm gonna post it in chat as well so you can read it when it's his turn.
Okay, excellent. The swarm of hornets erupts around the Golden Dawn. It is time for initiative, everyone.
What I don't know is he probably takes the damage on his turn, right? That makes sense.
I believe so, yes. Based on the way you've read that spell to me, that's how it sounds.
Sounds like it to me.
I think he can take an action to like fight off. He doesn't necessarily have to like jump in water, right?
No, he can fend them.
You can't.
fend them off. They just let off him if he goes into a pool of water, and then you can like put them somewhere.
Yeah,
else.
like he could like wave his arms to drive them off, but they don't go away unless he has some way of actually getting rid of them.
Is the
This
dog
is a good
dead?
spell.
It's an
It's a
amazing spell.
-2.
That's
could
a
I-
good spell.
Could I make an attempt on the dog, Greg, or would you rule that he's like unsavable?
Dogs aren't people. They die at 0.
What? You're a monster, Greg.
I'm just asking for it because I don't want to be responsible for the dog dying. So.
Greg is responsible for the dog dying.
Greg is responsible. Absolutely.
This is why we can't have nice things, guys. Oh God, why did I roll an attack? Never mind. I meant to roll initiative. There we go.
such a
That's
good roll,
all
such
I
a good
did.
roll. So-
Everybody is
So
in
wasted.
I nailed it.
initiative. All right. Boom. Nomon, you are the
All right.
first to react.
Finally,
Got it.
I take a few steps back. I lift my traitor's dagger into the air. It glints in the rising sun. And then I run towards the edge of this skull, leap off, and drive the dagger into the back of his
Backstab?
sternum.
Backstab?
Absolutely
He
a
has no
backstab.
idea you're there.
He spent a ton of time setting up this backstab. 100%.
Absolutely. Okay. Do I need a dex check not to miss?
No,
You get to roll
make
the
an
hit.
attack roll, not.
You're gonna make an attack roll to backstab, and you're gonna get regular backstab. Yeah, backstab gives you like +4, right?
+2.
It
Plus
should be
two.
+4 because he's unaware.
Do plus
Let's give you +4.
Yeah, but I absolutely want high ground as well. Right?
Backstab is
can you
essentially baked into it. Fuck it. +5. Family emote. Let's go.
That's right. Okay, here we go. Let's go. 26.
Nice.
Yes!
Very nice.
26. That's an
Didn't even
18 on
need
the
those
die.
stats.
That's a crit.
That's
You
like
crit
worse.
your backstab.
Okay.
So
Wait, let
the
me-
Traitor's
let me-
Dagger allows you to backstab as a rogue 1 tier higher. So whatever your backstab would be, you get double the damage dice of the next tier up.
Wait. Double the damage of the next tier up.
Well, isn't it?
Because you
doesn't-
crit.
It was a crit. Yeah.
The double
Okay.
comes from the crit.
So it's times 3, so I'm doing times 6 damage.
Are you normally ×3 or are you normally ×2?
Normally times 2, it goes up to
So it goes up
3.
times
So you're
3.
going to be
Oh, no,
times
wait,
3.
no, I'm level 5 rogue, actually. So it's times 3 usually, so it's times 4, so it's 8.
So
eight
it's
times damage.
8 damage dice.
D4.
Oh my
Math.
god.
And it's a +1 damage.
Is Nomon gonna have
It
his
is a
moment?
+1 dagger.
Oh, Drexel, 23 damage.
Oh, baby.
Ooh,
Boom.
23 damage. That's going to be really close to insta-hitting him. Let's see. And you did 12 previously.
Yeah.
He is dead. The gnome
Yes.
comes flying off the top of the skull cave, his cape billowing behind him. I am the night, I am vengeance. And you stab the traitor's dagger right in the back of his neck, right where his golden helmet meets his golden breastplate, ripping the knife in. Blood comes showering out behind you. A surprised escapes his lips as he dies on the ground, spinal fluid leaking onto the dry stream bed behind him.
I pull the dagger out, stand up on my feet, spit on his body, wipe the blood off, and sheathe the dagger.
All right. You notice as he lies dying, a little chain around his neck. And on it is a red gemstone shaped in a tear with a interesting symbol upon it. For those of you with religious inclinings, will notice it to be a symbol of Malchus. And as he dies and the light leaves his eyes, the thing begins to glow a deep, ruddy red. And from the dead twitches of the body, it begins to rise up. And the body stumbles for a minute as if reacclimating itself to its own form.
Fuck this shit, I take my attacks.
You take your attacks.
Should we just roll initiative while it's
Feel free to attack it all you want. You drive swords deep into the body.
I'm going simultaneously with Nomon. I guess there's a moment of hesitation.
You drive your swords deep into the body of the creature.
I miss. I don't think I can get them through the armor. I've got it pinned with swords, and they're just not going in.
You begin rending into it, and the eyes of this creature open, and they are black and empty as the void. And it looks to all of you, and it smiles.
I know what those D12s are.
And it says, "Thank you for my new form.
No, man, what have you done?
Since I walked free. Children of the Master, you are blessed indeed." And it begins to walk off.
So wait, is this the spirit rising from the necklace, or is it his body animating again?
His body animated again.
Oh my god.
I try to stop him, but
I mean, yeah.
You attack him again, and he turns.
Yeah.
Why, child of Malchus? I am the great general returned.
You're an abomination. You won't leave here alive.
You would be a traitor to your father and your kind.
Rook is screaming, smacking him with swords.
You smack away. He says, "It would be a shame to kill you now. Your souls would go to waste."
As he walks off, I'm gonna activate the 2 magic rings that I got from the circus keeper and try and ensnare him, stop him from running away.
Yeah,
Your rings magically ensnare him, and he looks to you for a moment as he struggles. "I am weak. This paltry magic stops me. I must reclaim my weapon."
What do we think? A willpower check for Rook or a morale check?
Sure. What are you trying to do?
Decide whether to sacrifice myself to Malchus trying to kill this guy, or if I will drop to my knees and give up.
I think that's a player choice. That's
I know,
on you.
but I like to leave these things to randomness.
Mm-hmm.
I will throw a ball of lavender force at the specter.
Are you gonna make me look up the stats of a lich and fight it here?
I think so. I mean, that's what I was rolling this willpower check.
Okay.
I don't know if I didn't really decide beforehand.
I think this lich is essentially sequel bait. The lich dissipates your magic, eventually breaking it, saying, "I am Drexel, I will not die here." I tore a god from the sky and bathed it in the depths of the fires of creation. You fools will not strike me down. And he says, "If you are so intent to kill your greatest general, find me in the great city, and I will teach you the errors of your ways." And he disappears from the
continues to
existence of this
scream,
game.
swinging swords futilely.
Yeah.
Nothingness.
I will go over and grab Rook's
collapsing in a
arm.
heap.
Yeah. I guess the dog is lying there on the ground as well, you know.
Looks over, Rami, and crawls and cries over his dead puppy.
Is it done? Or is there more inside?
I think with a last gesture before the thing disappears forever, it says, I am not one of those cultist fools. Should you wish to save your town, finish them off.
Thank you, sir. Very kind.
It is the last session of the series. I have to push things along occasionally. Booga, 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 booga. Okay.
It runs off. What was that? How? Who?
What did you do, Noman?
Is this my fault?
What is that dagger? That magic dagger? Did you just make him immortal?
Stay away from it, Koibu.
Looks up to his knees and looks to Noman, eyes narrowing.
I pull the dagger close to my chest. Get your own daggers.
Maybe we should have listened to Gurgi.
What?
You betrayed us all, Noman.
I point the dagger out at all of you. Taking a few steps back. Stay away from me! How was I to know you were attacking it too?
You all saw that he was wearing a pendant, right?
Yeah. Listen to him.
I don't think Noman is responsible for this one.
That's right. We came here to kill him. He's dead, or at least he should be.
He's not.
Can't blame me.
This isn't over.
He called you his children.
This isn't over. Rook stands from kneeling, bathed in his own blood.
You were the spawns of Malchus, not me.
Oh, that's true. I guess you're not a child of Malchus.
That's right.
I mean, technically, I'm half a stair. Thank you very much.
Yeah, you're half child of Malchus. Close enough.
I was hoping for the Lord of the Rings scene. No man can slay me.
That would have been clever. That would have been fun.
That would be adorable.
This isn't over. I won't rest until I see this done. The cultists can have the town for all they want. Rook wipes the blood from his blades, sheathes them, and picks up the body of his dead dog.
Rook, you can't abandon us now. We must deal with the cultists. We've come so far.
Rook, see this out with us, and then we will help you find this monster. Together.
Very well. All right. Set the dog down. Throw like a fistful of dirt on it and pat it or whatever. We'll come back and take care of him later. And I guess we had. Oh, no, I didn't have a flower.
Okay.
And I guess we head into the cave.
All right. With that, our brave adventurers head into the cave. What awaits them on the other side? We will find out after this break.